The 2016-2017 school year was by all means an active and eventful year in the life of the sector of education in St. Kitts and Nevis. The Ministry of Education is determined to provide education for all, embrace change, and secure the future. In keeping with its mission, the ministry set out on a path to make things happen, and happened they did. In this edition of our annual Top 12 Year in Review, we look at some of the strategic programs, projects, and activities that help shape the school year gone and lay the foundation for years to come. At number 12, music education boosted in schools. The Government of Colombia, in collaboration with the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Education, commissioned the Batuta Foundation Music Organization to provide training for music teachers in St. Kitts starting November 2016. According to Education Planner and Local Coordinator for the project, Mr. Quinton Morton, the project saw the arrival of 2 specialist consultants from the Batuta National Foundation of Colombia to train local music teachers. Starting in January 2016, several teachers received hands-on training in the delivery of music classes to students. One such training was a 3-day initiative on the model of methodology of music for choir and the assembly of musical instruments, which was developed by the Batuta Foundation. The project included the handing over of several musical instruments funded by the Government of Colombia to the Ministry of Education. Messrs. Ramon Gonzalez and Hector Hugo Guzman, both Batuta Foundation instructors, said the model, which was being implemented in Colombia and Latin America with very good success, should also prove beneficial to the Federation and the Caribbean region. It is envisioned that following this training, there will be the erection of a school of music in the Federation. In position 11, partnerships making education great. In its continued emphasis on the importance of partnership in advancing education, the ministry saw several organizations and individuals step forward with a magnanimous gestures to schools and students of the Federation. In the past school year alone, the Rotary Club of La Amiga, Taiwan Simply Help, the Government of Colombia, the Embassy of the Republic of China on Taiwan, the Sandy Point Benevolent Society, Ocean Terrace Inn, International Software Services, KDP Electronics, Basic Needs Trust Fund, La Amiga Funeral Home, SKN National Association of Washington, D.C., Delta Petroleum and Caribbean Reed Publishing Company, among others, delivered hefty donations of necessary funding and items. The impact is invaluable, but cannot be quantified as far as the benefits that will accrue in the additional of education development of our nation. Coming in at number 10, UNESCO SMART launched. The Single Mothers SMART project was launched at the Bird Rock Beach Hotel following the very successful Single Fathers project months before. Over 100 ladies from a sample of the most vulnerable single mothers in the Federation were identified for parental training and will benefit from the UNESCO Single Mothers Advancement and Resilience Training Program. The St. Kitts Nevis Advocacy Consultancy and Training Services, SKNACS, in collaboration with the St. Kitts Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, are responsible for seeing the one-year project through to fruition. The project is empowering single mothers to live more rewarding lives by equipping them with some of the necessary life coping skills and strategies. Facilitator and strategic planning youth policy and women development expert and consultant, Ms. Dwinette D. Eversley, suggested that increased confidence among the affected women would come from personal development and empowerment. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Youth, Sports and Culture, Honorable Sean Richards, said that improving the standard of living in single mothers in St. Kitts and Nevis was a key component of the government's economic agenda, and saluted the initiative as one that would inspire and enable them to be better mothers, more productive and responsible citizens, and role models to their children. The year-long program will include practical experience sessions in basic computing, business and supplementary income generation, parenting skills, and personal empowerment sessions. Dashing into number 9, the physical education program takes off in schools. An attempt at order, structure, and results has been implemented with the pilot project of the physical education program in primary schools in St. Kitts. This program is being spearheaded by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with the Department of Sports and is aimed at making physical activity not only a strategic part of the school's curriculum, but a way of life for students. According to Program Coordinator, Education Officer Michelle Sutton, the program, which is being piloted in 5 primary schools in the Federation, has focused on inclusion of males and females in physical activity. Follow up on the progress in individual students over the course of the project, as well as strategic activities geared at changing the mindset of students towards a particular school activity. It is believed that standardizing activities across schools would make the activity even more meaningful and objective. At number 8, National Progress Report. As in a number of other areas, the Ministry of Education proceeded to bring standardized practices in the area of progress reporting in schools. A newly designed national report card was presented for comment and training for heads of schools with a view of exposing teachers to the new document, which hopes to standardize reporting across the Federation's schools, making transfers and reporting generally fairer, more transparent, and the information usable as far as identifying strengths and weaknesses to students, parents, and teachers. Coming in at number 7, Hydroponics launch. A collaboration between the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College and the Ministry of Education saw the launch of the high school's hydroponics initiative at the Charles E. Mills Secondary School. The occasion brought to light a number of exciting factors for the future of agriculture in our federation, including dirt-free, technologically savvy, student-preferred techniques in agriculture. One of the highlights of the event was the knowledge that Mr. Stuart Laplace, who is responsible for the implementation of the new hydroponics models both regionally and internationally, is Kittitian by birth and now passing on his expertise to the young people of the Federation. It was noted that the use of hydroponics is an answer to the ongoing world food crisis, being brought about by such factors as global warming. Students at the launch were eager to witness this new thrust in agriculture and to explore the opportunities that provides for them in the future. In the 6th position, the EMIS department trains teachers in OpenSafe. During the second term of the 2016-2017 school year, the Education Management Information Systems Department conducted a workshop to train primary and secondary school teachers in the OpenSafe software. The school information system is a system that is designed to capture and manage data and information regarding students. This includes demographics, role, attendance, and performance. The program would not only be beneficial to schools but the ministry, as it would be impactful and assist the decision-making process in schools in a timely manner. The Ministry of Education is already in the process of implementing the OpenSafe program in all schools around the island. In the 5th place, Principal's successful completion of the UE Supervisory Management course. The Ministry of Education celebrated in grand style the completion of a University of the West Indies course on supervisory management, which was completed by 10 principals from primary and high schools in St. Kitts. 2 cohorts of individuals took the challenging course and completed it with flying colors, stating that it had heightened their management and supervisory skills. This course is part of the ministry's efforts to empower sector managers towards the strengthening of educational institutions in the Federation. At number 4, security in schools. A cybersecurity workshop was just one of the initiatives organized by the ministry in its thrust to boost security in surrounding schools. In 3rd position, upgrades to schools. Several schools in St. Kitts received significant upgrades to their physical structures during the course of the past school year. A number of enhancements included the replacements of doors and windows, inclusion of security huts, kitchen makeovers, and in some cases, entirely new buildings and wings were added. The ministry intends to continue this thrust over the new school term. Number 2. Education sector strategy. Over the last year, internal and external analysis continued to identify the areas in need of improvement in the education sector. More than 170 stakeholders within and beyond the education sector were engaged in the strategy development process to ensure its relevance. One of the ESP's major goals is to improve equitable access to and participation in education at all levels. A major strategy towards this end is the implementation of the 2016-2020 Caribbean Development Bank and Ministry of Education TVET Enhancement Project to develop a high-quality, relevant, and gender-responsive TVET system in St. Kitts and Nevis. The wide publicizing for expressions of interest from contractors for engineering and architectural consultancy services for the design and construction or supervision of the works at AVEC and secondary schools in St. Kitts and Nevis was a major step in this process. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis received financing from the CDB in the amount equivalent to US $8 million towards the cost of all components of the enhancement project. Naturally, number 1. Opening of the brand new Victoria Road Preschool. The long-awaited reopening of the Victoria Road Preschool took place finally in January, bringing relief and a well-needed service to parents, children, and teachers of the center as well. Needless to say, the industrial site daycare center was able to spread out again after sharing its space with the Victoria Road Preschool for roughly 2 years. The Ministry of Education was pleased to hand over the state-of-the-art preschool to its main clients and continues to set trends in the development of the sector by implementing strict certification standards.